जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जयो यशोदानन्दना जयो ब्रज जन रंजना जयो यशोदानन्दना जयो ब्रज जन रंजना जय यमुना तीरे वनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे प्रभुपाद जयो जयो प्रभुपाद
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टो शत्र शत्र डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसी भक्ति वेदांती स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत दादा शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna, I would like to welcome you all for our today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we are reading from Canto 3, the status quo, entitled, chapter number 33, entitled Activities of Kapila. And today we're gonna finish Canto 3. It is actually not finished, it's a continuation to the Canto 4. So only 3 verses left. So let's see what is there for us. So 35 we will read together, and 36, 37 I will read by myself. Aste yogam samasthaya sankhaya acharya abhistutaha trayanam api lokana Upashantaye samahitaha. Aste yogam samasthaya Shankhaya charya abhishtutaha Trayanam api lokana Upashantaye samahitaha. Aste yogam samasthaya Sankhaya charya abhishtutaha Trayanam api lokana Upashantaye samahitaha. Please.
Aste yogam samasthaya
Sankacharya abhishtutaha
Trayanam api lokana Upaya shantye samahitaha. Aste yogam samasthaya Sankacharya abhishtutaha Trayanam api lokana Upashante samahitaha. Aste yogam samasthaya Sankacharya abhishtutaha Trayanam api lokana Upashante samahitaha. Aste yogam samasthaya Shankacharya abhishtutaha Trayanam api lokana Upashante samahitaha. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Word to word meaning, aste, he remains. Yogam, yoga. Samasthaya, having practiced. Shankhaya, of the Sankhya philosophy. Acharya he, by the great teachers. Abhistutaha, worshipped. Trayanam, 3. Api, certainly, Lokanam, of the worlds, Upashanteye, for the deliverance, Samahitaha, fixed in trance. Translation. Even now, Kapila Muni is staying there in trance. Where is he staying? No, where is he staying in trance? Now, Ganga Sagara. Yesterday's verse, if you see, he's still living there. He's still present. Even now, Kapila Muni is staying there in trance for the deliverance of the conditioned soul in the three worlds. And all the acharyas or great teachers of the system of Sankhya philosophy are worshipping him. Text number 36. Eta nigaditam tata yat prashto amtavanagaha kapilasya cha samvado devahutya cha pavanaha. My dear son, since you have inquired from me, I have answered, O sinless one. The description of Kapila Dev and his mother and their activities are the purest of all pure discourses. Who's saying this? It's a conversation between whom? Maitreya and Vidura. So, because Vidura, Mahatma Vidura, he asks various questions, especially about this elaborate explanation. And now, Maitreya Muni is going to wind up this pastime. So that's why he was thinking, this pastime is the purest of all the pure discourses. Text number 37. Ya idam anushruno yo abhidhate kapila muner matam atma yoga guyam bhagavati kritadi suparna ketva upalabdhite bhagavata padarabindam. Translation. The description of the dealings of Kapila Dev and his mother is very confidential. And anyone who hears or reads this narration becomes a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is carried by Garuda. And he thereafter enters into the abode of the Supreme Lord to engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Purport. The narration of Kapila Dev and his mother Devahuti is so perfect and transcendental that even if one only hears or reads this description, he achieves the highest perfection goal of life. For he engages in the loving service of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no doubt that Devahuti, who had the Supreme Lord as her son, who followed the instructions of Kapila Dev so nicely, attained the highest perfection of human life. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the third canto, 33rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Activities of Kapila, and end of the third canto. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashati Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So here, Maitreya Muni, he is finalizing or winding up the beautiful pastime of Lord Kapila and his dear mother Devahuti. And if you see, this is the second largest pastime in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The first is Uddhava Gita, that lasts for 18 chapters. And this pastime lasts for 13 or 14 chapters. And even in Uddhava Gita, if you read, I think it's the chapter number 17 or 16, Lord Krishna, the title of the chapter is The Philosophy of Sankhya. It's not that Lord only has spoken here in third canto, throughout the whole chapter or whole Bhagavatam, here and there, he was speaking about the Sankhya philosophy, especially in Canto 11 in Uddhava Gita. So we can understand here very carefully that people are some of are very happy it's going to finish, because they must be thinking it's a very, boring or very long or very philosophical. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because why the things are so long? Because it has an importance. It has a very deep importance in our life. After asking varieties of questions by Mother Devahuti, which is very, very important. Prabhu, please. It disturbs me. So Mother Devahuti asked so many questions of different angles. Even Srila Prabhupada says many times in his lecture that every single verse has to be seen from a different vision or different angle. Even though she asks many questions, same questions many times also, but Kapila Dev, he has a different vision to give, different angle, because it can be seen from many angles. Because we all are, every single living entity have a different nature, or different liking and disliking, or different way to pursue the spiritual path. Principle is same, but their mind of set is so different, they see from different angle. Let me give you an example. If we do have a chandelier here in the center of the temple, and if we all are sitting different corner of the temple, if I'll give you a paper sheet and I ask you to draw a chandelier here in your paper sheet, so which angle you are seeing, you only draw that one. And I will be drawing something else, and he will be drawing something else. But it's the same chandelier, but it has to be seen from a different angle. But that does not mean I am wrong, or you are wrong, or he's right, or she's right. No, it is just a different perception to see. And that's why it has been hammered again and again and again and again. Why? Why it is that so? Because Sukadeva Goswami, yesterday Keshav Maharaj gave a very beautiful comparison between Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. He was saying even the 10th canto, it is about in the end. It's been called essence. But that does not mean that essence is already hidden in canto 10. It is there from the beginning. It is right there from the beginning that what is the essence. Like we are in text number 37 of this 33 chapter, which is the Phalashruti. Okay, what is the Phalashruti? Phala means what? Fruits. And Shruti means? Hearing. What is the fruits of hearing this beautiful pastime? It is not only in this pastime it has been mentioned. If you see, the previous pastimes are also there. Dhruva Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj, it will come. And whatever you pastime you say in Canto 10, Canto 11, Canto 12, anywhere, as soon as this pastime finishes, the speaker, he bestows the mercy upon the listener. He says, if you listen this carefully, then you are ready to go back to Godhead. You will be free from the material pangs of this material existence. So many benedictions are there. Yeah? See here in 37, it says, the description of the dealings of Kapila Dev and his mother is very confidential. Anyone who hears or reads means the person who is speaking also and the person who is listening also. This narration becomes a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is carried by Garuda, and he thereafter enters into the abode of the Supreme Lord to engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Such a beautiful blessing. The same thing, because usually in a journal in the world, the Phalashruti is been given right at the end, as we see the right in the beginning. So when we ask, okay, what is the benefit if I read Srimad Bhagavatam or listen Srimad Bhagavatam? The Phalashruti was already given in Canto 1. Canto 1, Chapter 2, words number 17 and 18. 17 says, Shrivata Swakatha Krishna Punya Sharana Kirtana Hirde Antohi Abhadrani Vidnoti Suhrat Satam. That means whoever develops the urge to hear the transcendental message or the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hirde Antohi Abhadrani. Abhadra means in all the auspiciousness. What are those? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madhu, Matsarya. This inauspiciousness, especially to enjoy this material world, it will go away. It will completely, and he will develop the taste to hear. And then following verse, which is verse number 18, is a very famous in our ISKCON. Nashta praishu abhadreshu nityam bhagavat seveya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtaki. By daily reading and listening Srimad Bhagavatam, all the abhadras will go away. All auspiciousness. And the same thing, and here also. It has to be given at the end of the canto or end of the Bhagavatam. No, but it's been given. Why? It is a driving force. It is a driving force for the listeners because it is 18,000 verses. And a person says, usually we read any normal big book and we find out, oh, that is a conclusion. It has been given at the end to sum up or to conclude something. But conclusion is already there. What will happen to you when you read? And that is a driving force for any devotee, whether he's been practicing for so many years or just started. As soon as you read Bhagavatam, all the auspiciousness will come in your life or in your family, and you will be ready to go back to Godhead. But sometimes we doubt. Prabhuji, I have read Bhagavatam 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and every time it says, once you hear, once you hear or once you speak, then you are ready to go back to Godhead. So, but I see myself, I'm still in Brooklyn Temple. Why am I not going in? Why all the abhadras are there? Why all the inauspiciousness are there? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, even though I have read this, I have heard this. Still, why it is still there? Why am I not? What happened to Srimad Bhagavatam? The words of Srimad Bhagavatams are wrong. Are they not proving themselves? Because it's a Shabda Brahma. Straightway came from the mouth of Lord Brahma, which is Param Brahma. What happened here? No, this is nothing wrong with the Shabda Brahma. If we read carefully in the previous few shlokas or any pastimes of the Lord, it says, as soon as the Lord gives the instruction, if that instruction is not being applied in our life, because hearing means follow the instruction. One sense, hearing also means follow the instruction. We heard the narration, and the blessing says, the Falashruti says, you are going back to Godhead after hearing this pastime. Mother Devhuti, in few verses, a shloka backs, it writes, or Maitra Muni says, she applied after leaving Kapila Dev, as soon as he instructed his mother, as soon as he left, Mother Devhuti fully dedicated her life, and she exactly did the way her son, who is none other than Supreme Lord, instructed her to do. So following the instructions brings all the inauspicious. That is what the meaning of the Falashruti is. As soon as you hear, as soon as you read, that means as you have to follow exactly the way it has been said you to follow. If that application is not there, then that will not work. When we say satsang, in India it's quite popular, satsang. What do you mean by satsang? One sense, sat means truth, sangha means associate. So the truth is, the absolute truth is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are associating through his devotee. And sat also means devotee, satam prasanga. Satsang, having the association of his pure devotee. Satam prasanga mama virya samvido bhavanti hirtakarna rasayana krata. When we enjoy or we read or hear the pastime among the pure devotees of the Lord, then all the auspiciousness again will come, and it gives pleasing to the ears and to the hearts, and it cleanses all our abhadrani, all our dirt accumulating in our consciousness, in our mind and in our heart. That's how everything comes up, because instructions has to be followed. If you see all the case studies whatever we take any pastimes in the Srimad Bhagavatam from Canto 1 till Canto 7, it's emphasizing for only one thing. And the emphasis is to follow the instructions of a spiritual master or of a pure devotee exactly the way it has been said. That is the success of all our preaching. Otherwise, we have no hope. We have tried, more or less, we have also experienced in our life. If you go back to your initial days or now, if you ever disobey the order of a spiritual master, you know how much you have to go for suffering. I'm pretty much sure all of us have gone through. Guru has said something to do and we think, what Guru Maharaj know? I know my life better because I am going through, because I know the practicality. And I have seen people have suffered either for short period of time or long period of time, or they are still suffering because by disobeying the order of the spiritual master. Because he is Tattva Darshina or he is Trikal Darshi. By the amount of spiritual knowledge of his practice and austerity or a connection with his Supreme Lord, he can easily sense what the disciple thinking about himself. And he instruct according to that. But those instructions, they are give pain to us. Why? Because it stops our sense gratification. That's why many people, they afraid. Thank you, Prabhu. That's why many people, they afraid to go to their spiritual master after taking initiation or to their Siksha Guru or any seniors. Because as soon as they go, they present their plan, on the spot, that plan is shattered. Because that plan is full of our sense gratification. And that is the only thing Guru or any senior Vaishnava or Krishna doesn't want to see in our life. Enjoying our senses for our own self. No. That is not nice. That's why it says, I just heard somewhere in the lecture, that Krishna destroys your plan before your plan destroys you. I say it again, Krishna destroys your plan before your plan destroys you. But at the moment, we can't see because we don't have a spiritual vision to see. But over the period of time, we think, oh my God, thank you, my Guru Maharaj stopped me to do this. Otherwise, I was in a very big trouble. We thank him after 5-10 years or maybe when he passes away. Because that time we don't have. But we go to the front of the photo of our Guru, we say, Guru Maharaj, you were absolutely right. I was so foolish. I was overriding your instruction. Please kindly, forgive me. I know you chastised me that time. I didn't feel because I got chastised by front of other people. Especially, I was liking some opposite sex. Because I want to create some impression. But you saved me. So that's where the real surrender comes. That's where the real fruits of listening to any pastimes of the Lord, it appears in your life. Fruit means what? What do you mean by fruit? Like any kind of strawberry, banana, apple comes in front of us. That is the fruit of hearing. No, the fruit of hearing, we feel advancement in our spiritual consciousness. Whatever enjoyment or whatever plan we have, we cut our plan old self. Oh no, that plan is not really good. Because the same plan, this fellow, this case study, it's been mentioned here, this fellow was already doing in somewhere Satyuga. If he did not successful, so where is my question to be successful in Kali Yuga? Even though I don't have all those facilities. So let me cancel all my plan. That's why the Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 2.41, Vyavasatmika buddhi ekeha karunandana bahushakahe anantasya buddhyo vyavasayinama. Because everyone, and many times Srila Prabhupada has quoted this verse, and by saying, this is the business of every Hare Krishna followers, or those who want to go back to Godhead. The plan God has made, it's been executed by His pure devotees, and their disciple, and we have to do the same thing. We should not make our any other separate desire. Our desire must be aligned to the desire of
our spiritual master and his spiritual master and his spiritual master, and on the way we will go. That is the desire of the Supreme Lord. Ekeha Kulunandana, Bahush, Vevisatmika Buddhi. Our buddhi, our intelligence should be one aligned. What is that one aligned? Whatever Lord has said, we have to apply in our life as it is. I'm pretty much sure, again I'm saying again, that whatever instruction we have got, either if we are following 100%, we are successful, we can see the result very short period of time. If we have followed the instruction of the Lord 50%, the output is 50, 20, 20, 10, 10, 1, 1, 0, 0. We all have seen. But these devotees, those who are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, they have exactly followed what Lord has said. Example, Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj was so stubborn due to his Kshatriya nature. He was so ignorant in the beginning, but he has one beautiful quality. And what was his quality? He exactly followed the order of his spiritual master, which is Narada Muni. And how many times or how many days or how much time it took him to see the Lord? 6 months. My God, can you believe it? What kind of instruction he has followed of his spiritual master? Within 6 months, he made Lord appeared in front of him. And what we are doing? What is our condition? Prabhupada always says, so many times, so many people, those who are devotee and those who are non-devotee, they pray Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, you have done so much, you have done this, you have done miracle. Prabhupada's in a very humble state of mind, humble state of mood, he says, I don't take credit of anything of myself, I have done anything. But one credit I will take. And what is that credit? Whatever my Guru Maharaj said, I did exactly the way he wanted me to do. And you can see, by that instruction, he was meditating every single minute and he became a successful, even though his prediction was already there, 500 ago by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Senapati Bhakta will come. But still not being proud of that statement, I'm that person, I will do it. No, he was exactly following, setting an example in front of his disciple and upcoming followers like all of us. If we exactly follow what has been said by our Guru, then we are very, very successful. And success is not very far. It is right in front of us, and I have personally seen it in my life. And I have seen others also. Because by the association of devotee, they encourages us how we can exactly do it. Because that is the enthusiasm. That is the real enthusiasm. Because if something has been instructed to all of us, that comes in a form of words. Either it's been written through email, Guru asks us to do, or it's been sent as a voice. Okay? But how do we trust whether it will happen? Because we are talking about the future. The future only relies because this type of pure devotees, they are Trikaldarshis. They can see past, present and future. If you do these things, it will happen to you in the future. Have you ever noticed in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, whoever follows this instruction, this happens to you. As we are progressing in our bhakti on a daily basis, we can see the things I used to attach, I don't give a damn anymore. It doesn't even attract me anymore. So that means this is a sign of advancement. That proves that these instructions in a Vedic scriptures, they are not false. They are completely true. But it's up to us on which level we do apply. Either 10%, either 20%, either 100%. It's up to us. That's what the Lord has given. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stateva bhajaneham mama vartamanu vartante mrishyam partha sarvasaha. The way you will reciprocate, I will exactly reciprocate in the same way with you. I am always there. You've been atheist, you were not worshipping me for billions of lifetimes, still I was there next to you in the form of Paramatma. I was guiding you. You were neglecting all my orders. But still I did not give up. I was guiding you. But now the ball is in our court.
The ball is in our court. Now Krishna says, now you open yourself. I am helping you all the way. I gave you my books. I gave you my temple. I gave you my devotees. I gave you my prasadam. I gave you all the facilities. Now I want to see how much you prove yourself. I am proving myself. Kaunteya pratijana hi name bhakta pranashyati. I am proving myself. Every time you take birth in this material world, I am helping you. I am guiding you. But now I want to see how much you want to protect yourself. And those who have taken the advantage of this, they are successful. One time, there's a very beautiful pastime. One, Srila Prabhupada, a disciple, he came to Prabhupada. He said, Srila Prabhupada, that is not fair. Prabhupada says, what is not fair? That is not fair that you give all the mercy to Tamal Krishna. And he says, Prabhupada says, no, that is not good. My mercy is always available for everyone. I just give it openly. But he is intelligent enough that he grabs it immediately. That means whatever I ask him to do, he immediately does it. He doesn't even waste the time. And he doesn't even do the mental concoction. Oh, Guru Maharaj said, see, if I do like this, what will happen? If I do like that, this will happen. No. Prabhupada says, if I want water, give me water. If I want milk, give me milk. So that means the instruction has to be followed the way it has been said. Or if you don't understand, ask him again. So how should I execute your order? So Prabhupada said, okay, do. This is first step, second step, third step. So the mercy of our spiritual master, it's not only for us because we are his disciple, because he's a sadhu, he's open to everyone. If any person gives any instruction, that does not mean it's only for my disciple. It's meant for open everybody. Whoever can take it, they are blessed. Some people say, oh, he told me to do this. First time when I was new, 14 years back, 13 years back, that time, those who were preaching me, they say that Vedvyas Prem Maharaj is going to give an initiation. I just want you to come and see. I said, okay, no problem, very nice. And I just started chanting 16 rounds for, a couple of months or 3 months. And I heard Maharaj has one way of saying, on initiation day, he gives one particular instruction to his disciples. He says that I want you all, on the day of Ekadashi, you have to chant minimum 15 or 25 rounds. That's what he says always. And I thought, wow, that's a very nice instruction. Even though I don't even know who is Vedvyas Prem Maharaj, such a high exalted devotee, I just thought, but he's a sadhu, he's a sannyasi, he said. So that does not mean it's only for his disciple. I do have time, I will also do. And since that day, I never skipped any Ekadashi, chanting minimum 25 rounds. And I'm pretty much sure all of you are doing, but I'm just saying because I was really completely new, but I liked the instruction. I said, why should I wait my time? I should do it. And I start doing it, and since then I never missed any Ekadashi. So that means it's not ki, oh, Guru has said, only this sadhu has said only to his particular disciple. No, it's open for all. There are certain instructions, definitely, in time, place, and circumstances, in context, a particular information or instruction has given, because I'm just reading GBC book, like Being Prabhupada, Anuga. Here Prabhupada has, many times he chastises, and he says, you have to be intelligent enough to grab my instruction, okay? Some of my instruction are generally, for general public, for everyone. Some of my instructions are only for the particular area or particular temple or particular temple president. Or some of my instructions are only a particular householder or particular brahmachari or a sannyasi. But that does not mean that Maharaj asked him to do, so I have also because I like it. No, it has to be consulted very, very carefully. And Prabhupada says, do not reveal all my letters, especially my confidential letters to confidential people, I'm saying, to everyone, because it will create a havoc. People will misunderstand and they will say something else. Like, those who are books here, distributed, they say, and they quote many times, Prabhupada says books is the only way, only preaching, this and that. And if you read Prabhupada's letter, his conversation, his room conversation, morning walk, if you sum up everything, all the devotional service are equally important.
It's not that books are the main, deity worship is less, cooking is the main, cleaning temple is less. No, everything has an equal importance, or everything has to go simultaneously with the same enthusiasm. Whatever service has been given, we have to do it because it's not less important. It is by seeing the capability or the expertise of a particular devotee, a local authority or a spiritual master, GBC or temple president, he engages them in different service. So that does not mean that my service is greater than yours, so I will only do this. We have to be expert in all the service. It says, Prahlad Maharaj says, Shravan Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Sakhyam Vat Atma Nivedanam. So this Navda Bhakti, many times Srila Prabhupada even in Canto 1, he said, if you become perfect in any one of those, you are ready to go back to Godhead. So we say, Maharaj, can I just only hear only Bhagavatam? Or can I only chant? Or can I do only seva? Can I do this and that? But we are not up to this level to perfect one service perfectly. Because we become bored. We become bored. Because we are the product of Kali Yuga. So we need everything. Shravanam we also need, Kirtanam we need, Smarnam we need, Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam. We need everything to elevate our consciousness. Parikshit Maharaj, he been cursed by the divine arrangement of the Lord, that when he went for hunting in the forest, how come a pure devotee of the Lord who is 24 hours thinking, suddenly he got thirsty, and out of his thirst, he cursed a Brahmana. He was the greatest among the greatest worshipper of among all the Brahmanas. He was worshipping Brahmanas like anything. So how come he could not see that time or distinguish that time that out of his material need, he cursed a great Brahmana? But in a same person, same Parikshit Maharaj, he was 7 days without sleep, without eating anything, without drinking anything. How could he survive? How could he survive? But we cannot sit at one place and be attentive and be focused of everything and ask many questions. Our capacity to absorb the philosophy, maximum half an hour, 45 minutes. We become agitated. Let's go, Prabhuji, stop it, Prabhuji, that's enough. Even the lecture, if we hear lectures also, 10 years ago, I can see my energy was to hear 2-3 hours, one lecture. If there are some lectures, even the speaker used to give for 2 hours. Like, Radhanath Maharaj has such a capacity to speak for 7-8 hours. He spoke now. There is a very old video of him on YouTube. He's glorifying Bhakti Swami Maharaj. 5, 6, 7 hours, and without scratching himself, he just staying just like that, speaking, with full focus mind. Such a power he has. And I used to hear that, but now we can't even handle 30-second or 60-second reel also. As soon as we hear, can't like it, doom, can't like it, doom, can't like it. I mean, 60 seconds, I have watched 60 reels, and what did I hear? Nothing. That is how we are being degraded. And I'm thinking, what is happening to my consciousness? What is happening to my intelligence? If I can't hear for half an hour or 1 hour, so where is the question I'm going to speak for half an hour and 1 hour? Because if I don't have a capacity to absorb those instructions, those realizations being said by other people, so where is the question I'm going to sit and I'm going to speak for 1 hour, half an hour? Many people, they just, run out of their breath while giving Bhagavatam class. Run out of their preparation. No, we should be very smart enough. If we want to be a good speaker, we have to be a good listener. If your listening power is not there, you won't get the speaking power. You won't get the speaking power. You need to have yourself powerful in your thoughtful, in your speech. Please spend time on listening. And when you listen, you listen. Okay? If you do other activities, like of course, these are the certain things we can do that. Like other day, 2-3 weeks back, Hansarupa Prabhu was mentioning there are certain activities, and we also have been felt. There are certain activities in our Navada Bhakti, 9 process of devotional service, we can do two service together. Like we are driving, we can hear lecture, we can hear kirtan. Okay, it's very good. And we are moping here, we can hear kirtan, we can speak to somebody. But there are few certain, which is two more important. You're chanting and you're listening to Bhagavatam. It should not be go together. Or you are reading also. If you are doing two things, you are reading and seeing, video also, and reading and seeing. So mind is only one. You need absorption. You need absorption to get the fruits of your 1 hour listening. If you are properly hearing, you're properly listening, you're attentive, you will grab so many valuable points. Otherwise, many times we heard the whole lecture, and still, what did Maharaj says? What was the main point? That time we say, Jai Maharaj. When we heard, wow, what a powerful. But the time of lecture finish, my God, what was the instruction? What did he say? See, that's how we are losing our memory. We need to save our energy for not doing anything material, arguing and many other nonsense things. We need to save those energy to grab the spiritual essence very tightly. Keshav Maharaj, one time I just heard his lecture, he says, people, especially those who are householder, he says people, they go to 6 days or 7 days, they go to work and they drain out all their intelligence, and when there is a time to listen to the spiritual subject matter, there is nothing in their mind. They are tired from bodily platform and they are tired from mentally platform. And if you ask them, like, Prabhu does preach, I do preach, all of you preach. If somebody say, Prabhuji, are you free on Sunday? Can you come? Prabhu, I tell you what, 12 hours I work, okay? 6 days I work. I need at least 1 day. 1 day I need for myself to have a relax, to do my household duties, washing my clothes, buying groceries, this and that. I really can't come. But they are preparing to do their material activity for 6 days. They are saving their energy so he can go fresh on Monday morning to do his work perfectly to impress his boss for the next increment. So now we are brahmacharis, we are staying in the temple, we don't have anything material to gain, material to earn or to go. We have to save our energy from anything, whatever we are doing under the carpet or by hidden, because we don't know, we are alone by ourselves. This is the demon here, phone, all the facilities are there, internets are there, anything can be happen hidden, but Lord is watching everything. If we watch anything nonsense, our whole intelligence drains out and there is nothing left after that. Okay, I stop here. If anybody has any questions or any reflection and comments, I would like to answer. Yeah, one at a time, please.
So the first one we talk about mercy of the spiritual master being available for everyone. We just have to follow the instructions.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of 9:18:44, I think. This idea that the first us follower is one who understands the heart of the
Guru, yeah.
So how do we reconcile the two? Because in one sense, we're not at the stage that we can understand the heart.
Yeah.
But we have to follow the instructions. But if we
Yeah.
want to become a Uttama disciple, then we need to know the heart and understand before the Guru speaks.
Yeah. So Prabhu, the answer to this question is that, see, we all are individual living entities. As I said in my lecture, we all are, and we have individual strength to gain the spiritual knowledge. Okay. Not everybody can grab, like in the classroom. When a teacher gives any kind of a class in the classroom, how many people can grab in a first go? And how many people can grab after a couple of times, or after 3 times, after 4 times? And some people are so doomed, even though teacher personally comes and gives thousands of examples and nothing goes into their mind. So it is the individual liking or individual strength of your intelligence. If you are in consciousness that I have to understand the heart of my Guru, whatever he says I have to do in a first point, it is very nice. But how many people or how many disciples, they come into this consciousness, I have to follow or do it in a first go. That we learn under the guidance of expert devotees. Because we see, like now you spoke, but how many people have thought this statement, ki Yes, I have to do it in a one go. I was also not doing it because I was also done with the material thing. It took me time to come. When I heard this pastime of where Srila Prabhupada said, Tamal Krishna, he doesn't waste his time, he does it immediately. So what was the complaint of other? Ki you are giving all your mercy to him only. Prabhupada said, when I give my lecture, my instructions for all of you, but he is the one who immediately does it. So now when you heard this, now you inspire from Maharaj, Maharaj kindly bless me. You are full of this quality. Even the Bhagavatam says, if you have to gain any quality that you are lacking, you look for that devotee and serve that devotee. What is that shloka? Sayan Mahat Seveya Vipra, Punya, Sayan Mahat Seveya Vipra. You have to look that kind of Vipra, that kind of Brahmana or a devotee and serve that devotee. By serving that devotee, their quality will impart upon you. That's why it has been said that any Maharaj come here or any sannyasis come, anybody come who is very highly exalted, serving Prabhupada, serving Lord for 40-50 years, immediately grab the service. Anything, wash their clothes, take them around, speak to them gently, offer them whatever they need in a very practical way. So their quality, by being pleased by your service, they will automatically transfer their quality upon you.
Thank you. Second one was related to how you're suggesting that we need to be absorbed and focus in classes
Yeah.
momentarily.
Yeah.
But I have a little commitment.
Everybody will. Oh, I also have Prabhu Dham memory.
How do we take advantage of that focus and absorption?
Yeah.
So when we come out of the class,
Yeah.
we can retain.
Yeah. So Prabhu, your second question's answer is the first answer. You have to associate with those people, those who are focused in their life. Again, because if you do anything nonsense, like when I was new, and all my seniors, when they used to read, and they ask us, come and sit with us, and after 10 minutes, I got exhausted. Come on, man, why I have to read this? Why I have to listen? I get bored, and they just ask, no, sit, listen another 10 minutes, hear another 30 minutes, because they themselves are absorbed, and they're training me to be absorbed. But if you associate with those devotees, those who are loose in their practice, so who will be there to guide you? We need to put ourselves always under the guidance of some senior. Okay, so make sure they are keeping an eye on us. Make sure our devotional service is going well, right on the path. That's why mentorship is very important. It's a very heavy duty role also, but make sure it is a duty of a mentor. Now I should not be proud because I've got 100 people under me. I can ask them to do service to me. No, he has to become a leader in a servant mode. I'm doing this service because one time I will move from this place. So I want my followers to be trained well. So if I am leaving or not leaving, they will keep serving the Lord in the same mode what I have learned from my seniors. And always respectful whatever you learn from others. If somebody chastises you, corrects you, don't fire them back. And think, I have been God chastised, it is a blessing of this Vaishnava because he could not have done this, but out of his mercy, he took his time out to correct me. If he doesn't do that, then I will keep going with the same mood and never get better in my devotional service. So they are very, very merciful upon us. They are taking some time out. Otherwise, if you see, in this Western world, nobody gives a damn. If whatever nonsense you do, you keep doing it. But Vaishnava is there, they correct you. But we feel, Prabhuji, you are judging me. Prabhuji, you are doing this to me. No, Prabhu, I am helping you. This is not the way it should be done. The correct way, because when you do service, so other people get pleased by the service. But if your service is bothering them, then make sure you correct yourself. With my presence, how many people are happy? With my presence, how many people are, it seems I'm stinking to them. They are going away from me. So there is something wrong with me. So I have to correct my way of approaching, a way of speaking, or way of doing my service. Because services are there to enhance our spiritual life, not to, rule over others. Because before you, there was somebody else. You are doing today, and after you, there will be somebody else. So the service, we should not be proud of our, higher position. No, be humble. It is there for a short period of time. It is a test of my own intelligence, whether I should
spoil my life or spoil other being on this heavy position, or I should serve them. So service mode has to be there. Okay? Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you for so many nice points. There's one thing, in the verse, when they say Anushumati, it says to hear, it's talking about philosophy. So, as you mentioned about hearing, you said the philosophy, it means when you hear, follow the instruction.
Yeah.
But I mean, what was going on in my mind when you said that is, okay, so if you hear, you have to follow instruction. That means you're only going to get the fruit, or whatever I mentioned, philosophy is only applicable when you hear and then follow instructions. Now, if you hear but not follow the instruction, just hearing doesn't have value.
Yeah.
But then we see that when philosophy is given, even in this verse, it says, uses the word shrunoti. Shrunoti means to hear.
Yeah.
So sometimes I've seen what happens is, there's a gap created because of interpretation.
Yeah.
So therefore I check the purport, and Shikhapan also says, the seeker who reads the section,
Yeah.
itself also gives the benefit.
Yeah.
So therefore I just want to clarification.
Yeah. So for that one, again, it's the same answer as I said in my lecture. Like, if you are smoking, okay, if anyone is smoking and he comes into one of the room and it says no smoking, there's a notice there, but he read. So what was the instruction will go to his mind? Yeah, immediately, because he was smoking and he went to the room and it says no smoking, and by this one sentence, one statement, it hits his mind, I should not have to do it. So that means he has to change his action. He has to change his practice. So in a similar way, when it says reads this narration, reads means also like we say Prabhupada writes books. Do you think Prabhupada exactly write books? In one sense, because Prabhupada spoke in the dictaphone and his disciples heard and they translated into it. So it's the same thing. Listening, whatever I said by reading it. But did you actually read? You heard me. The same thing. Because I read through my eyes and I spoke. But you did not read and you did not say it, but you heard from me. So it is the same impact. But anything, whether you hears or whether you reads, your action has to be changed. Our action has to become from material to spiritual. That's what the whole Srimad Bhagavatam talks about. After hearing this whole pastime, or listening it or reading is, our lifestyle has to change. We need to dovetail our lifestyle in such a way so we can serve the Lord. That's what it means. Yeah.
Of course, what you said.
Yeah.
I was thinking, still, if one just reads or hears, still there's benefit, because when we say about the smoking example, there is still the material instruction.
Yeah.
Whereas the spiritual song vibration of Srimad Bhagavatam has such an impact that even if one just hears the purification of heart,
Yeah.
the quotation comes from
Yeah.
Krishna.
Yeah.
So even if one doesn't follow, still by hearing there is benefit.
Prabhu, that's what I'm saying, because immediately if he's not following it, but he is contemplating upon that instruction, as I said, ki no smoking. So he said, oh, maybe today let me smoke, next day I will not smoke. So his action has to change. His action.
But there's benefit even before action.
He may, because it will allow him to follow the instruction in the future. Make sense? Maybe he's not doing now, he will not follow. But like, Prabhupada, it's not a nice example. Maybe some of my God brothers, all of us are here. So when our Guru has given some instruction to us, maybe we are not ready immediately to do it. Maybe we can do in the future. But we are meditating upon it.
Like Srila Prabhupada's life, when his spiritual master said to him, immediately go to Western world and preach it, Prabhupada saying, for 40 years I was meditating upon this. So instruction was there, but some instruction, as I said, is to be applied immediately. Some takes time, some take preparation to do it. So that's what here, because as the person has read, maybe for us it's very easy because we are in a brahmachari ashram, we can do it. But from householder, they have to sort out many things before, get into that instruction, fully apply in their life. They need to sort out. So that means hearing, reading, it's the same thing. Maybe it will not give benefit on the spot, but it will making him prepare to follow in the future, as Prabhu said. So future. Yes, Prabhu?
Yeah, I think Arjun's question is more like this pramana that just hearing in itself has benefit. Like yes, doing the actions are good.
Yeah.
The same thing goes when one hears the holy name. Like the Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing from a Christian.
Yeah.
It's nothing from his holy name.
Yeah.
So I think the purpose of what Arjuna was saying is that yes, it's important to execute what you're hearing.
Yeah.
But just simply by hearing, you're also getting benefit because you're hearing the Bhagavad. It's not
Yeah.
a particular sound vibration.
Of course, because the seed is given there. The seed of your transcendental sound is gone into your mind, and let it be fructified. See, how many of us, like if you hear the story of a Vaishnava, they say, Prabhu, I got this book 15-40 years back. Now I opened it. The seed was planted many years back, but the person is ready now to follow the instructions. So it's good, it's been benefited because this person never heard any kind of spiritual instruction in his life. So it's told me, oh, smoking is bad. So that means I should not have to do it. So maybe I'm not now, maybe I'm smoking 10 a day. So maybe tomorrow or whatever I can smoke 8, then 6, then 4, then 3, then 2, then I can leave. So the seed is given, of course, as you said, Shabds are, different from Lord Krishna. It has been said, it will give him benefit. But how much he takes, that's also up to him. Yatha ichhasi tatha guru. That part is also there. That part is also there. If the instructions are there, they are completely transcendental. Okay? But your part is also there because you are also individual. Whether you want to follow or not. Lord says, I told you everything, Arjuna. Yatha ichhasi tatha guru means now you do as you like. Now the ball is in our court, how much we reciprocate with that instruction. Yeah? Okay, thank you so much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Is this Param Brahma Prabhu ki?
Jai Prabhupada ki Jai.